Hello, this is a very quick tutorial of Truespel phonetics by Tom Zorinskis. That's me, and you can hear this tutorial spoken at this site here if you go to it. It's a quick tutorial of the 40 sounds of U.S. English, and if you are it's designed to those who already know how to read English, so that it will be very familiar what these letters stand for. A free converter is at truespel.com, and a tilde indicates Truespel. Now there are 23 consonants in U.S. English, and there are 3 underlined that need explaining. You could see the B is obvious, the ch is ch. The G in Truespel, this tilde indicates, these are all Truespel spellings. The G is always hard, as in girl and gag, and that instead of being soft, as in gem and Gina. So you can see there are 21 of them that are very easy, but there are a couple of hard ones. Now this TH is the voiced TH. It's spelled with the TH as in the most popular word in English. But we do have unvoiced as in thin, thick. There's no vocal cord interplay in that. So that's THH to show you how to say it. And there's another sound, j, as in vision, measure, beige. That's with a ZH. And here's an exclamation point. The apostrophe stands as a glottal stop. So in phonetics, sometimes you have to use that to describe what is being said. For instance, instead of the word glottal, you would have glottal. You hear the apostrophe, the glottal stop, glottal. Now, with that as an example, the apostrophe is used between 2 consecutive vowels as a rule, and I'll show you that rule later. So here it is spelled out. The G is hard, the breathy or unvoiced TH, and the amazing tilde. It works like an unspoken consonant. So we don't know if it's a consonant or not, because it's not a sound. It's a non-sound. But anyhow, that's how we're working with that. Now comes the difficulty, because consonants are about 90% spelled as in their first most popular way, but the vowels are not so easy to do. And so we have to firm up on our vowels and spell them one way, so we have one way to spell all our sounds. There's a rule for the A, E, I, O, U sounds, as in you. And these sounds take the silent E, as in gate, and make it, and bring it up to the vowel made long. It's a long, these are called the long vowel sounds. So that's gate, that's peat, pipe, rope, and flute. So you have to firm them in your mind that that's how you say A, E, I, O, and U, the long vowel sounds. On the short vowel sounds, you have them here, A, I, We'll call that, I'm calling that short O, and Now, as in Batman, there's a couple there. As in get men. As in this big. These are pretty obvious to people who know these sounds, but the is used as the short double O. There is a long double O, as in food. And we're going with the short double O, which is actually more popular in text than the long double O for whatever it stands for. So good wool. Wool is very interesting because you have words like trouble, ends in O-O-O-L. So all the endings in ul. Principal. Pull is another word ending in O-O-L. So that's a hard one to get used to. The letter U as in fun and hug, that's pretty common as well. The sound, but it's often spelled by the letter A. And so you have to get used, especially at the end of the words. If you have a sound at the end of the word, it needs to be a letter U in Truespel. Here are some that you are familiar with. Air, as in fair. Whenever they have the air sound, which is actually two sounds, and her sound and for sound, they are spelled the same way, but there are many spellings of it in traditional spelling and Truespel. When you hear them, you spell them this way, only one way. There are two diphthongs. A thong stands for the Greek word for sound, and die, two sounds. So that's oi and out. And you know these. It shouldn't be too hard for those who know English. Here's a tough one, very, very tough one. The ah sound and the aw sound. I call them the twins because they're often interchanged in U.S. English accent. Ha would be spelled H-A-A. Paw would be P-A-U, as in augur and author, awesome. All these aw sounds would be A-U. And that's it, but except for the rules, because there are some words that have stress on the first syllable and some on the other syllables in the word. And in Truespel, the stress is on the first syllable, and it shifts to after a double consonant, like desert, and then dessert. See the double S, and then that shifts the stress to the last syllables, like coral and corral. Corral shifts the stress to the second syllable. So this works just like a dictionary phonetic guide. There basically is a dictionary written with Truespel. It's the Voice of America Simplified Dictionary that is published, and you can find it somewhere. So that's the stress rule. Remember, there's going to be a double consonant for a stress, and here's how you write the CH, you add a C, SH, you add a S, TH, you add a T, THH, you have a T, and ZH, you add a Z. THH, the HH is a double consonant, but you got to remember that double is the only double consonant that's an exception to the rule, because that wants to show the breathy or unvoiced TH. Think thin. The apostrophe. Now, the apostrophe shows the glottal stop, as I said, like in glottal becomes glottal. If you say glottal, you can express that phonetically with an apostrophe. And now a quote sign goes before the second vowel of a word that has two vowels in a row. So for example, chaos. Now the K is spelled K-A-E, and the glottal indicates that as follows these two vowels are in sequence, and the second one is not stress. And that's, you could put a Y glide in. It's very common. Chaos. Very common to have a Y glide. So if you're spelling it as pronounced, you'd put a double Y. chaos, you put a single Y. Twink! Chaos. That's the second syllable is not stressed. But create has second syllable is stressed. So you would put a double apostrophe or a quote sign. That works as the rule. And there you have create. Create, the double Y shows the second syllable is stressed. The single Y shows the second syllable is not stressed. Okay, so I'm glad I was able to speak on this and create and correct that little mistake. So Truespel is there on the internet at truespel.com, and there are a lot more tutorials there. Truespel is free for everyone. You just learned a complete tutorial of Truespel. So this has only been 10-15 minutes or so, and you do have to practice your Truespel to hear the sounds and spell them. Each sound, each of the 40 sounds, spell them one way, and they're going to be a little tricky. Let's see, can I get them all in there? They're going to be a little tricky. You have to hear them and remember how to spell them. And then you can spell any word in English, even accents in U.S. English. British English is a little different. The other Englishes are a little different. They may have sounds in there that are not in this list. A couple more for British English. So this is complete. This tutorial, you know everything you need to know. And so go on out there and support Truespel, because there is no phonetic guide that's easy enough for kids. Kids can work from Truespel, and it's easier than phonetics for them, because there's only one way to spell a word. Phonetics, there can be 10, 14 ways to spell a sound. Each sound can have that many ways, and it gets confusing. This is very interesting, and it paves the way to learning how to read English. Thank you.